fantasy playoffs.
You know what? If my nephew's watching, I hate you. I hate you, nephew.
It's like I'm gonna rain down terror upon you for the next year.
Yeah, we'll try and keep this quick. I got like 15 slides, but we'll run through them hella quick. Just want to do one last show before the end of the year. Fedora's going to come through in the next 10 minutes or so. I am out of breath a little bit. Here, give me a second here. Yeah, man, just just want to say, like I said the other night, I think Jason can attest to this as well. Like, I can't believe we almost got 500 subs in 1 year. I mean, it's crazy. Like, I guess people like me and like hate you, so it's like one of those.
It's always a love-hate relationship.
Yeah. Someone in the Maxin City Collectible, or Maxin Collectibles. He called me Tiger Woods looking ass. So I got my Nike hat on, and yeah. Oh, what's up, Nemesis Prime, bro? That's so weird, man. I want to actually show off some books I bought from you on Whatnot. Whatnot is still okay, everyone. But yeah, I got these off of Nemesis Whatnot sale the other day, dude. I got he packaged them super well, and the prices, like this guy, I mean, I got pretty good fair market prices for him. So if y'all are on Whatnot still, follow my boy Nemesis Prime, and his video game collection is very amazing. If you guys aren't following Nemesis Prime on Instagram, on Whatnot, and I think on YouTube. Oh, it's podcast, Comic Con's podcast for sure. But yeah, thanks for coming through, man. Happy East Coast. I think he's like a Bills fan. I may mess that up. I'm not sure, but anyway,
you're gonna get massive hate if it's not.
I know. he's like, I'm actually a Ravens fan. But yeah, man, happy New Year, everyone. Spider Guy Murph, welcome. Thanks for coming through. Soupies, I hope everything's great in Arizona for you, man. Good to see you. Michael Baker, always coming through. Love your support, man. Good to see you. Mojo Quid, haven't seen you in a while. What's going on? He's definitely not a Bills fan. I apologize. Rasper coming in with the movie spec in the Discord. What's going on? And happy New Year, everyone. Hope you are safe. Stay safe tonight. I always encourage people just to, like, it's Amtrak out there, so just be careful. Try not to drive under the influence of whatever you're under the influence of, and all that. Dude, what's that sweatshirt you're wearing? What's that signature?
Huh? That signature. It's a Primitive Skatewear. It's like a collab they did with Marvel.
So dude, that's sick.
It's got like a Wolverine skeleton kind of thing on the back of it.
Let's see it.
I don't know if you can actually see it very well or not.
No, dude, that's dope, dude. That's cool. I like it.
It's cool. I got a couple other things from them, like a Dr. Doom one, and then a Venom t-shirt.
Yeah. No, I like that signature, man. That's pretty cool. So, oh man, yeah, you're overseas, man. I forgot about that. Whatchamacallit? Fedora's like I said, Fedora's gonna come in through in a little bit. I'll try and keep this quick just because we have playoff implications coming in, and She-Hulk football. Sorry.
Steelers today, man.
Yeah, we'll probably lose.
Two of the better coaches in the league going up against it.
Oh, is that right? Huh? That's cool.
Well, Tomlin's legit. Like, a lot of people hate on that team, but I would swoop him up in a second if, like, old Sneaky Pete retired and we needed a coach. Be like,
Sneaky Pete.
Yeah. Sneaky Pete Carroll.
I don't know what that is. Yeah, and I forgot who I bought this from. I'm trying to keep this quick, but I got this Gears of War #1. I am still buying comic books, a Blockbuster exclusive. That's basically what caught me to this book. It was an Instagram sale. He packaged it amazing, man. It's got like 3 boards in here. Priority Express. I'll try and tag it on my Insta to try and promote him. But yeah, man, those were my last buys of the year. And I know everyone's doing like, annual kind of like synopsises for like the 2023 year, but Yeah, why not, man? I think this is a little bit of a market show, but more so of like kind of getting back to the basics of stuff that we enjoyed reading and kind of got us back into the hobby of actually reading instead of flipping so much. But I know, like, last week we were kind of talking about what did you put where did you put that? What you drinking thread? Oh, I haven't done that yet, man, but I will. I just haven't had time, man. But I'll try and do that tonight. Thanks for reminding me. Yeah, I'll do that for sure. Thanks, man.
I know what I want to drink tonight.
But yeah, dude, like you were saying, like you don't even have a pull list, but like you definitely haven't, like, you've been very specific on what you've been reading lately. I know I went from like I think I was reading like 8 titles, like actually reading 8 titles to like now I'm like at 4. But yeah, man.
It's been a rough couple months though, because I haven't like bought anything new. Like I was saying, like some of the series that I truly liked
Yeah.
reading this year, I only got about 3/4 of the way through them.
Right.
I didn't get to finish the series.
Yeah,
But
and
it
there's
kept
6.
I was getting them. I was like getting out and like getting them, but then it just kind of I got busy in the holidays and all that stuff. And
Yeah. And dude, like I felt like when DC kind of revamped their whole publication at the beginning of last year or this past year, like they had a nice little run and then it just kind of fizzled out, which is kind of weird, but oh well, it's all good. Um and yeah, we'll talk about your picks for this past year. Again, we're kind of dumbing down our reads lately and not doing FOC, that's for sure. But yeah, let's get into it. All right, and so these picks are just like my past year's picks of just stuff I enjoyed, and whether it spelled controversy or not. I mean, I literally just like enjoyed these books, not minus the spec, but I just put out some market prices for stuff. Man, Spider Boy, dude, like Fedora can attest to this as well. He's not in the chat yet, but this was a really fun story. I really dug it. The first appearance obviously is in this issue, Spider-Man #7, which caught a lot of heat. That was like the flip of the year, honestly, and it actually held okay value, right? Did you ever get a copy of this?
no, I wasn't really super interested in it.
Did you read any Spider-Boy books at all, or just not your cup of tea?
Yeah, I don't really know much about the character other than the covers I've seen.
I mean, they did a really
and
good
that he
job
looks more like a spider underneath than most characters.
Yeah, so like his powers, like he comes out and like he'll bite people, like his like weird spider face and stuff. It is kind of weird,
it's like
man.
maybe he's a were spider.
Yeah, old spider. Oh, gross. It's entertaining, man. Like I think it's pretty cool. I mean, it's not. People were coming out saying like, oh, they're trying to release someone that's gonna kill Miles, and I'm like, I don't think the Spider Verse works that way. I think they just have a bunch of characters and you kind of see what happens.
Yeah.
Yes, and thank God they didn't spell Spider Boy. 98 versions of this book. So there's like a second print virgin variant that goes for like 3 figures and 9.8. I think it's respectable. I don't know. The story 2023 is like, if you held, you probably got killed, which on a couple books I definitely got killed on. So I don't know if this is like a real flip per se. Obviously, with the CGC stuff going on the past like week or so, it's really, I feel it may have like a longer term effect on like what we grade and trust issues and all that. But with that said, yeah, if you're looking for Spider Boy #1, the second print, the Spider-Man #7 variant, first appearance of Spider Boy, it goes for like 3 figures and 9.8. What's up, Manny? How's it going? Trying to catch up on your vids. Thanks for coming through. Real quick before we go into this, so we're about 10 minutes in, trying to fly through these slides so we can get ready for the football game. Just want to thank everyone for coming through, your support. Click that like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. I do appreciate everyone coming through. Are you satisfied? I mean, I don't think they could have said anything better to make me think like they were apologetic. I think it was smart for them to come out as soon as they could to come out with a statement, but I mean, I think it's going to take some time, right? Like this is an unregulated market, and even in regulated markets, there's a lot of stuff that there's a lot of oversight that goes through, but stuff always falls through the cracks. I mean, I just think at this point, everyone's still gonna submit to CGC. It's gonna be I think though that, in my opinion, I think that if prices increase for CGC submissions, and you're gonna see a lot less people submitting just due to the fact that it's just gonna be more expensive. I think that's more of an effect on them, the overall like value of books going down versus like this scandal, quote unquote. Because like I just kind of said, well, that type of stuff's due to happen. I don't know. What do you think, man, about that CGC stuff? Do you even care?
I mean, I think it's kind of like it. To me, it's like both surprising and not surprising. Like with an enterprise like that, it's like there's always bound to be. I mean, it's like the equivalent of slipping a $50 bill in your book to get a grade bump or something like that type of deal, So, I don't know. Like I think I said I messaged on your guys' show the other night. I was just like, I feel like CGC to cover their butts is going to turn to a more permanent style of encapsulating, so that you can't take the books out, or if you do, it damages so bad that like you can't fix it the way that they've been doing it. Or like you've seen in the videos where they can just pop everything open and then reseal it and all that. Yeah. So I just think that on their part, it would both be smart and beneficial if they started doing that. But then it's like you're stuck with what you buy type of deal. You can't clean something up. You can't get a grade bump or anything like that. Or at least it forces you to get an entirely new submission number as opposed to just like reholdering.
Yeah, I think like I think reholdering will like go away. Like you won't be able to rehold anymore. I think also that they won't because I feel like cracking and resubmitting is a huge portion of their overall like business. I bet you it's like 25% of books that are submitted are crack, repress over again. Like, I mean, I don't know how many times I see
like you get a 9.6 and you're just like, oh, come on, man. And then
I need a 9.8. I need a 9.8. You know, and that's the consumer's like issue, right? Like, because we're putting these in, we're putting a value on these like items, which is the point of the whole industry anyway. But like comics are so specific because they better upgrade their cases. And that's a good point too. Yeah. Anyway, I think it's. I'm just curious to see what changes they're going to make, and then I'll make a determination from there. I'm not submitting as much anymore anyway, just because of the economy and like the value of books, which we'll kind of get into later in the show.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you can. I've seen sales of raw books go for the same amount that like they would slabbed. So
yeah, right. And like it's just like you can't just get like a brand new book and submit to CGC like a year and a half ago. People just aren't doing that anymore.
I think you'll start seeing an uptick in the quality of like bags and boards. Like I think you're going to get a lot more stuff that'll like preserve your books more, things like that coming out, like just kind of an uptick in that. And it might cost you a little bit more just because I think people will either stop submitting or go somewhere else.
Yeah. I could see like I've even thought of it, like the market for non-graded like plastic holders that like just to display your book. I could see that going up in value. I don't know, man. They better not increase prices more though, because I'll be really pissed. Anyway, Dak, what's going on, man? CGC revenue flow and market model and was based on resubmits. Yeah, I bet. All right, there. And look who it is. Fedora Kong, the non-flipper. Here, let me put your little let me put your okay, you're good. You don't need to say you don't need to do disclaimers. I got you, dog.
I'm trying to fix my mic. What?
No, man, we like it. We like it natural. We like your natural mic. I was not gonna do a giveaway at the end of the show today, but I will do one. We're trying to flow through these slides because we want to get ready for the Seahawks game. But back to the slides, back to the show. Static Shadows of Dakota. Man, these limited runs they keep doing for DC, which we'll go into Jason's later in the show. I hate that they're limited. I wish they'd just be ongoing. because there's so many damn miniseries of like these books that we've been reading. Soupy says, he does not, evidently, according to disclaimer. The Virgin variant for number 1 goes for a lot. I have it back there. I was gonna show it off, but I'm too lazy to get it.
Yo, you know it's so crazy. I saw that and I was like, I was like, why do I? Was like,
the one thing though, dude, is like the one thing about that book, in my opinion, it decreases a little bit the value of it because there's the Virgin variant and then there's the regular trade dress that like is like printed to a shitload. But the 1 in 100, there's not that many of them. I may just flip it. I don't know. Have you guys read Static Shadows of Dakota at all?
I read the first series. The first series was really good. I read some of the second series. It was pretty good. That one out of DC, that one's like the most consistent one. We don't really have any of it in the back issues, and we order a lot. So I just keep that in mind.
Jason, what about you, man? Have you read this?
Yeah, I believe this is the one that I read. Is this the one that stems that comes straight off of the Lazarus Project book?
Yeah.
Okay,
You got it.
I did. Yeah.
Yeah. I just got done reading the last issue, and it's a like the way the story's told. It's like the villain becomes the kind of like an anti-villain, I guess, if you will. And there's like real death and like sadness in the book. Like, I wouldn't say emotional roller coaster, but it's definitely an emotional book. Yeah, you guys check it out, dude. Hey, Maxine, dude, I wore my Tiger Woods Nike hat for you, though. Next book here. Straight off a recommendation from our boy Fedora, The Devil That Wears My Face. This, in my opinion, this could be a miniseries for Netflix. I didn't pick it up based off that. I basically just picked it up because, dude, it's like a possessed priest. Are you freaking kidding me? Like, I'm all for that. Perfect timing for Halloween. I don't know if this is short print, but it's Mad Catz Publishing, so I gotta assume it is.
So everything is. We only had like 10 copies of that. So, like, just take that for what it is.
Dude, and then when I went to Midtown online, I picked up 3 copies and it was sold out like the next day.
Yeah.
Jason, I have a copy for you if you want to read this, but would you be into this book?
Yeah, well, so I've been like slowly adding them to my cart on eBay. Have they finished the run? Because I think I only had like 4 or 5.
No, it's still ongoing.
Oh,
yeah, it's ongoing. Yeah,
I think it's up to number 3. Do you have?
I started like adding them. I just saw that there was about a bunch of pre-sales for some of them as I was adding them. So.
Yeah, dude. I think you'll like it, dude. If you need it, like, let me know. I think you'll love it. It's pretty good. But yeah, and like this was a suggestion off of Fedora, and just reading stuff online. So good for him. I'm glad I picked it up. I always do pick up. I don't pick up every suggestion that Fedora does, but the ones that he does pick out that I do get, I mean, they're very much appreciated. So it's spooky, man. The art's really good too, man. The art is what really does it for this book. It's a good combination of writing and art for sure. So
I think I suggested one book to you that I hate the art, but I like the story. Like, I hate the art. Like, I think the art ruins the whole book for me, but I like I don't know if you added it there, but
I may have. We'll see.
Yeah.
And then Jason, this is your pick. I mean, I read this book too, but you want to talk about it a little bit?
Sure. Where did I find out about this? The DC previews book or whatever that they had on the free comic book day when we went there. I kind of dove into these, and then I read the first one on my my DC app or whatever, because it basically came on there, and I was like, oh my god, I was like, that's actually a pretty good read. And so I bought the first issue and then started buying this. And this is what I was saying. This is one of the ones that I made it through the first 4 books of the run, but I just kind of fell off more recently and didn't get the last 2. I've been meaning to. But yeah, it's a pretty good book, or a pretty good read. It's a story about like these metahumans that basically go in and take out these conflicts before they can even essentially be reported to the authorities and stuff like that. And then they just disappear they don't even like help. Like, I think it starts out with like they basically help this crew escape these terrorists that are on their boat in and out quick, but they don't even help the crew. They're just like, peace. We out.
Yeah.
We're out.
Yeah, dude.
But they've all got different powers. One guy can, like all their suits kind of do things to manipulate their powers. And so, yeah, it's a pretty good read.
Yeah, dude. It totally had like Gen 13 Danger Girl vibes for some reason. I don't know why. And the fighting, the art was like really like, I don't know, like movement art. You could see like a lot of like action. Like there was a lot of stuff going on the page, like the actual fighting scenes of the book. That's kind of what it reminded me of. Fedora, have you this run of like books that DC put out? Did you see a lot of movement in the stores? Or can you remember? It was a while back.
The Dawn of DC, or this one.
Like there was a couple miniseries that they put out.
The only miniseries that I know that consistently sells out is Static Shock. Like that's the one where, because I'm always ringing up because there's only like 3 people in the shop, so a lot of us are always ringing up. So, Static Shock is one of the books that I see the most. Like if I notice it, then that means like it's selling well. I know we were talking about on the Discord about some of the books, and then a lot of people were like, "Really, that's moving?" And I'm like, "Yeah, man. Like, you'd be surprised at the stuff that moves here, you know." So if I notice it, that means it's probably selling well. So, but I mean, when did this come out? Because I might have not been working there when this came out.
Yeah, I think it was before. It was like one of the launch like new characters when DC did their whole new Dawn of DC Universe deal. So it's like this summer, I want to say, maybe like earlier than that.
It came out a little bit before all their Night Terrors runs came out.
Oh,
yeah. I wasn't working there at that time. I started maybe like August. So like late August.
Yeah, I was before that then for sure. Hold on. Okay, cool. Oh, okay, sorry. I just had a.
You just glitch out?
I did. Okay. Cool. I guess we'll see. I haven't read Detective Comics, but yeah, Night Terrors was horrible. Jason, this is your other pick, and I actually picked this up too. I suggested it to you. Or I wouldn't say I was like, oh, you should. I was basically just like, oh, check this out. First appearance in Lazarus Planet of Spirit World. You want to give a little description for the homies in the chat?
Yeah. So if I remember correctly, in the Lazarus Planet, I believe, isn't it that? So like she's actually from the Spirit World, like she's dead essentially, and she can phase in between worlds, kind of like Constantine can.
Yeah.
Which is awesome because Constantine's actually in this book, which is part of the reason why I really enjoyed it. But I believe in the Lazarus Project, she's working with Batgirl, and Batgirl gets trapped in the Spirit World by the end of it. And that's kind of where Spirit World, the series, picks up, is her trying to get back. And I remember, like, this just, as far as the art, the story, things like that, big time Swordmaster vibes for me. Like, that's kind of why I think I fell in love with it at first. And I was like, oh man, this is like really good.
You know what's funny, Jason? Sorry to cut you off, but that book, like, it wasn't really selling well, but I was curious myself about reading it. And when I had asked people who picked it up, they really loved it.
Yeah. Like, it's it was a fun, good read with, like, it has like very, very dark kind of undertones to it, but they do it playfully, I guess is a better way to say it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, just for me, like, that was, I think I enjoyed this a little bit more than the Vigil.
Yeah, I think I gravitated this towards this for basically the reasons Jason did, and like her big ass sword, dude. It's like,
yeah, like she can make anything
origami,
out of
right?
Yeah, she does origami, and like she can fold it up basically, and like it becomes real.
Yeah, I think it was a good character to like develop if the miniseries is over, unfortunately. But if the younger market is gravitating towards that manga style art and story, you can kind of mesh it without hurting like the older characters. Like what a perfect segue from Batgirl to Constantine. You know, so I think that's a smart way of writing to try and get like, oh, like, because if you're a Constantine fan, you're like, oh, check out. Oh, did you see John Constantine and then that last Spirit World? What the hell, Spirit World? Oh, check out this book. They have an interaction together. Cool. Anyway,
This is my hot take. I don't like when Constantine I don't like when he's like with the DC people.
Like, oh, you like him back in like Vertigo? You like him like kind of sideways?
When I was a kid, I used to go to this community center, and there was a guy there that used to work for DC Comics, and he used to teach the comics culture class. And he gave me a Constantine comic, and that's how I knew who Constantine was. So he's like, yo, if you want more, I got tons of it. So he just give me like Vertigo stuff. And I was like maybe 12. So I don't know. Like I have that like maybe it's just this bias where I don't like him associating with like it just feels weird to me, man. Like I don't know. But yeah, I just wanted to put that out there.
You can't associate with those type of people, man.
Yeah,
that's not cool.
Yeah, these superhero guys. No.
Hold up real quick, man. What are you eating? What are you drinking? What's on the
yeah, I got the Red Bull.
Oh, okay.
I did it.
You gonna do it the Aki way?
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. We don't say that.
He's gonna go to freaking New York and Ferg's gonna like never come back. He's gonna come back in like a box.
Oh my god, I would be so fucking embarrassed if he said that. Bro, I would be so embarrassed.
You walk into some like random like cafe or something. Hey man, what would you like to eat? Could I get a grilled cheese sandwich the Aki way?
and it's not even gonna be like a deli. It's
gonna be that's exactly
like coffee shop in Williamsburg, and it's not even gonna be Yemenis owned. It's gonna be like get out. Like what the hell?
Oh man, what's up, Cave Drawings? Long time no see, man. Good to see you in the chat. Last show of the year, so again, just want to thank everyone for coming through and spending your Sunday afternoon with us or morning. So.
I wish I didn't get your message when I was half asleep, because I just remembered a book that I read in 2023 that was fucking amazing.
What was it?
Peacemaker Tries Hard.
Oh gosh, that was really cool. Yeah. That was a good.
Yeah.
That whole series is hilarious.
Easily the best thing DC has put out.
Oh yeah, because all they did was they just were like, hey, let's take the show and continue it in like paper form, and it was awesome. That's another great series. DC actually had like a lot of these books are like DC, which is kind of weird. Flash 791. So I've always liked Flash. He's probably my favorite DC character. This was the first appearance of Miss Murder. I wasn't really specking on this because like I just don't spec on DC. I just like to read it. But I liked her because she. I mean, what's the point? Like, spec is dead. I mean, you guys will see like at the end of the show. But I just dug like the darkness of this introduction of a new character at the end. She's like really like just evil. But I haven't read anything since like 791, and then they just started a new series. I stopped reading it because Barry Allen's out of it. I don't know. Kind of like the whole Miles and Peter kind of thing. Like Barry Allen's like my favorite Flash. So I just stopped reading it. I don't really mess with the other Wally West stuff, but cool. It's cool. I just don't mess with it. But yeah,
Jay Garrick though. That's the dude that wears the bowl on his head, right? Like the bowl.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I met Jay Garrick at or the actor that plays Jay Garrick at the SummerCon this past year. We're gonna try and get Jason to come next year.
Was he old?
He's like, so you guys ever seen Dawson's Creek?
Yeah.
You have?
If he's not like 80, he's not Jay Garrick to me.
Oh no, Jason, have you remember Dawson's Creek, right? I mean, like obviously. Yeah. So Dawson's dad plays Jay Garrick in the Flash TV show.
I was a 90210 kid.
So were we. Like you're younger than us. What the hell?
Yeah, I was watching that. I saw the series finale.
Were you 3?
TV in my room.
You're like 3 years old watching 90210.
I was old enough to remember it. Like they were getting married and shit.
Yeah,
I was there, bro.
Jason Priestley Jason Priestley
He was there.
He was at the SummerCon, remember?
Yeah, it was crazy to see him in person. I was just like, oh my god. I was like, it's Brendan.
yeah. And no one was in his line, dude. I think because like he was just too expensive, man. Like I'm not paying $50 to get a picture with you, bro. Like, I don't know. Anyway,
50 beans. That's a
for
lot.
an autograph, dude. For Jason Priestley, man. If it was Dylan though, rest in peace, I probably would be Dylan. But you cut out, man. What was that? Hello?
I was saying like 50 beans. That's a lot.
Yeah, dude, it's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah, I can hear you now. You're good. No, okay. Michael Baker. I don't think there's any Deadpool 3 spec on this list today.
Nah, bro. Leo, look. Disclaimer: I do not like Deadpool. I don't like Deadpool, bro. I think he's a ridiculous character. I don't think any of his comics are good. I've never, out of my years and years of going to a comic book store, is it incoming rant? I've never seen or heard about anybody walking into a shop and going, yo, you read that new Deadpool? It's amazing. The writing is oh my God, so good. So I don't know why people jack Deadpool so hard, because he's a ridiculous character.
Jason, do you have a rebuttal to that?
To what?
Deadpool being lame?
No, I mean I like Deadpool. That doesn't mean I think everybody else has to.
Yeah. No. I mean, like just conversation. We're all friends.
Like
here.
For me, I mean, I don't know. I equate Deadpool to say like Peacemaker, except for he actively knows that he's a comic. Like it's kind of the same deal.
Yeah.
I guess I kind of feel stupid now that he made that.
Dude. I think it's like it's like my genre forte of comics.
I guess like Howard the Duck too. Like it's kind of just like one of those offbeat, kind of goofy comic characters that he just happens to kill people.
Yeah, and I think also
that's a lie. I did like Deadpool Max. I did read that.
And it's like
but they never give him like serious storylines though. That's the problem. Like I think he'd be a good character if every once in a while he had like a little bit of a darker like side to the book. That's why I think the movies are a little bit better, because you get more of a play on that.
And he like fights in the action scenes in the movie are like pretty cool. Like he's like kind of a badass, right? And it's just it's like you don't go into the comic book store trying to find comedy. I think most of the time I'm more of the dark type, or like just a good story, or like just, and I don't really go in trying to find comedy. However, like Fedora was saying, that Peacemaker miniseries this past year, I've never laughed like hard at a book in my life, like everywhere, or anytime ever.
It's so hilarious. Crazy. A lot of my friends who don't read comics were sharing pages from the book because they thought it was funny, and that's why I bought it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, well, if my friends think this is funny, then this has got to be good, right?
Okay.
So that's why. So Facebook put me onto something.
What did?
Facebook. Just
Facebook did.
Yeah, because my friends on Facebook who don't read comics were sharing some of the funny parts from Peacemaker Tries Hard, and that's how I found out about it. So then I went and then I bought a few of the books, and then it ended up being really good, and I was like, yo, what the hell? This is actually pretty good. Thanks, non-comic book readers.
Thank you, non-comic reader. All right, next up. This is Fedora's pick, Charred Remains. I did not pick this book up for what I think I couldn't find it, but talk about it, man. What do you like it?
So first and foremost, I'm gonna say I have nothing against the artist, but man, I don't like the artist, bro.
Who's the artist?
Usually, it's the dude that did Maniac of New York. I don't know if you know that.
I know the book. It was like super flip book. Yeah. But yeah.
But the art doesn't fit the book. Yo, they wildin', bro. What the hell? And I think so. The book is essentially about a firefighter who is looking for a demon in the fire, So it's like a demon that's burning down houses and killing people,
Mhm.
and a firefighter sees it in the fire. And then now he's actively chasing to find the demon in the fire. So like he's just like he's got to put out the fire, essentially. And he can't tell anybody because they'll think he's crazy. So he doesn't really talk about it, but he could see like the spirit like in the flames.
Who wrote it?
No idea who wrote it. I don't really
Yeah.
know anything about it. I just saw the picture of the firefighter, the cover A with the firefighter opening up his heart, and I was like, yo, that looks sick. And you know, they say don't judge a book by its cover, but man,
It's hard not to, man. It's
Sometimes you can.
I know.
So
I mean, this is an example of don't judge a book, or you can judge a book by its cover.
Or don't judge a book by the art, because when I opened it, I was like, yo, this shit looks ugly.
Dude.
But I'm gonna read it anyways because the art, the cover is sick. So it was really good. It was a really good story, really good premise. I just wish it had another artist. I don't know, maybe they couldn't afford somebody, but I think if they had got a really, really good artist on this,
Yeah.
I think a lot more people would be talking about it. But that's just me.
Jason, does this sound like something that intrigues you? I think it does.
Yeah, I would read it.
Yeah. Who's the Image, right? Or is that Mad
That's
Catz,
Mad
man?
Cave. That's Mad Cave.
Or Mad Cave? I kept seeing
Listen.
Mad Catz, the controller company. My bad.
Listen, they bringing out that heat. They
What?
swanging and banging.
What
did you
for
say?
2023.
Literally heat.
Literally.
heat.
Yeah. Cool, man. This is tight. This is the one I did not pick up because I could not find it. But
Nah, we only got like 5 copies.
yeah. That's
It
dope.
wasn't crazy.
I know
Dracula.
Dracula year one. Before you get into this one, so this is an example of I don't like the writer and I don't like the artist. Hot take.
You know what's so crazy? If
What's
they
that?
put that artist on Charred Remains, it just everybody would have been trying to flip it. Disclaimer: I do not flip or sell books.
Dude,
but
you don't have to
Dracula-
say it. You don't have to say it. You got the tagline right down there. You're good.
Listen, just in case. I need
case.
to say it once audio.
I would love for someone to like sue you for like a $20 like loss and hire an attorney for like 10 like $500 an hour to sue Fedora for a $20 loss.
And then they just see the disclaimer all over the podcast. But yeah, so Dracula was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, like it was okay. It wasn't amazing, and I only put this on because I was half asleep when I woke up and saw his message, and I had to think on my feet. I do like the art. Ferd hates the art. Hey, beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
True.
But it was like a solid 7. Wasn't anything crazy.
Yeah.
But now that I have my wits about me and I got my Red Bull, I'm gonna give my 2 quick. Like this is like the no shit best shit that I've read in 2023. The Hulk.
Oh God, I forgot about the Hulk.
Year.
Sorry.
The Hulk came out this year. Lots of first appearances. Crazy story. Really good character. And we're talking about like universal horror, right? Like it's very universal, like very it reminds me of back in the old times when they tried to tell those old horror stories, and I think it works with the Hulk. We went from Immortal Hulk to Donny Cates, which was terrible, and now we're back on track. And it's the best thing that I've read from Marvel so far. And then Peacemaker tries hard. Hilarious.
Hilarious.
The best thing I think DC has put out this year. Let me think. Yeah. I think it's the best thing they've put out this year. And I think that's pretty. I mean, if you want to count like, I don't know, like the Silent Night, Batman stuff with Santa Claus.
Oh, that was
okay.
Was
great.
Yeah.
the Kong versus Godzilla stuff was phenomenal. DC does really well with their crossovers. So anytime DC does a crossover, I expect it to be good, except when Todd McFarlane is writing it because he has a big ego. But yeah, so those are my picks.
Cool, man. I love it. Jason, did you have any Marvel like books that stood out other than like Incredible Hulk?
Well, it's funny he said that, and I was just like, "Oh, that's right." I was like, "That did come out this year." I was like, "That was such a good like dark take on him."
Yeah.
Plus, that was like one of the first, or what was it? His first transformation in that first book where it takes him over. Like that was gnarly as hell.
Yeah, dude, and like it's pretty affordable. I mean, it's not going for crazy like, Game Busters. Like it's just, but it's a good story of a beloved character in Marvel, which I thought was really it's hard to do, right?
And if you're trying to spec, do not get that Ghost Rider book. Do not get that There was a first appearance of a Ghost Rider, of a Vietnam Ghost Rider, which I love the concept. And everything, but I don't think Marvel is gonna like do anything with him. So don't buy that. Some dude came in and quite literally, I'm not even joking, brought 26 copies of that. Like
of what?
Of the first appearance of the Vietnam Ghost Rider.
What issue is that?
I think like 6 or 7.
Oh my god! Isn't like isn't 17 the book to get like that everyone's going crazy for that wasn't on a certain FOC list?
No, that's Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance. That's the Ghost Rider book. So that's Benjamin Percy. This one is the Hulk book is they introduced a new Ghost Rider in the Hulk book, and then
sorry, my fault. Okay.
Yeah, so do not buy that. Like if you're trying to spec on this book, for you spec heads out there, I think the spec is in the first issue because there's the appearance of the girl that follows him around and like beat it, twerp, and she's like, nah, fuck you, I'm gonna. So I think that's the spec because I feel like that she'll get powers or something eventually, and I feel like she'll be like a major player in like the Hulk universe. So I think now Marvel is trying to focus more on building new characters rather than just throw some stuff in there because
they better,
we got Talia Warward in the Ghost Rider book. They've been really developing her character. I think that's like a good spec. And then they got the girl that's following Hulk around. So they've been really, really telling these stories with these new characters. So take it for what it is. Don't listen to me. Listen to me. I could be wrong. I could be right.
Yeah,
you could be right. You could be right.
I'm never.
Never.
Right.
You're never right. I mean, maybe that. I know a lot of people that are never right, but I mean that's neither here nor there.
I'm gonna put out one here, and I mean I'm not paying $20 for this book. I actually gave it away last week, everyone, but I did read this book.
Hey.
I did read it. So that was a cool issue. Oh shoot, my bad. The issue was cool, but everyone was buying this book because of the cover. If you can buy digitally, man, I think it was a good read. Jason, I think you should read this book. I think you dig it for sure.
We want the Helverine.
Well, the writer is really good.
The Ghostverine.
Ghostverine. You know what's funny too is like you're mentioning Vietnam vets, right? Like, when are they going to start doing like Iraq or Desert Storm vets? Because Desert Storm was 30 years ago. Do you think about that? I don't know. Random thought about vets, right?
Now.
I think that like the people, I don't know. I think that like the Vietnam War. I don't know. That's a good question.
Because
I feel like that's old enough for people to like talk about.
Well, dude, the other day I saw a dude wearing like a Desert Storm veteran hat, and I swear I was like, that was only like 10 years ago. I'm like, what the fuck am I talking about? I was like 30 years ago because he looked like fucking old. like one of those, like when we were kids, Jason, like when someone wear like a freaking Vietnam vet, hat, and they just looked like a vet, man. Like, I just wonder if like that'll
Grizzled.
incorporate into, just grizzled, just like a veteran. I wonder when that will come about. Oh, do you remember? And it wasn't like a huge war like Vietnam. I guess that's the one thing about it. But yeah, just kind of funny that they still reference Vietnam when Vietnam was like 50 years ago.
Well, and I think like the Vietnam War was like so heavily conflicted and like protested by people that it like stands out to people more than other ones.
Yeah, I guess I'm just like making an assumption of like it was just weird because I saw the dude and I was like, holy shit, man, that guy looks hella old. I'm like, oh yeah, duh, because he was probably like 25 and now he's like 60 or something, or whatever. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. Done with comic books for the year. I'm just doing some like video games, shows, and movies of the year, and then we'll wrap up the show. So game of the year for me was Spider-Man 2. I couldn't put this game down. It's probably the best game I've played in the past 10 years, honestly.
Yo, Jason, you gotta play Harry Potter.
I can't play that game, man. I'm too
too old
for that game.
No, trust me, Ferd. Trust me when I say, bro, I don't know a flim flam about Harry Potter, but me and my friend share PlayStation accounts, and he buys every game that comes out. So guess who gets it for free? Me.
How do you do that? So like, see, what do you mean? Like, so how does that work?
So like, let's say you and Jason, right? Link it.
Never would do that, but go ahead.
So Ferd, you would have to be the Jason's primary account holder, right? So whatever games you buy, Jason can download it.
Okay.
And whatever games Jason buys, you can download it. So you guys can share games. So I do that with my friend, and then I saw he's like, yo, I bought Harry Potter. He's just like, I've been hearing a lot about it, so I guess I thought I'd try it out. And I was like, yo, that's Harry Potter? Like, that's kind of lame. And then he was like, yeah, I agree, it is lame. So then for a week straight, I saw him playing it. And I called him, like, yo, bro, like, you really, and he's like, bro, it's amazing. You got to try it. And then I was like, all right. And I'm not going to lie. It was so good. It was so good, bro.
I don't think it's,
I've heard the same things. Like, I've never heard anything bad about that game. People that play it love it for some reason. I still haven't. I might buy it though because it's on sale. It's like $30 right now.
Yo, if it's $30, buy it, bro. Buy it.
Because it's usually like 65 or 70.
No, I'm not playing.
Link your account with Bird and let him play it for free.
It can't happen. It
can't
happen.
He don't got a PlayStation. I'm just gonna share like.
He don't got a PlayStation. He's a sucker. What'd you say? What'd you say to me?
It's like if I had an account, I would just share all the crap games with you. I just buy stupid games on purpose and share them with you.
So, dude, I was streaming this game.
Like, why do you got Riverboat Duck Hunter on here? And be like, what?
That's stupid.
Dude,
I streamed the game, dude. Like, so if you guys want to check it out and help me with my hours, dude, look at the graphics on this game. Like, that's insane. It's an amazing game. I have heard the same stuff about Harry Potter too. But yeah, man, I played the PS5 version. The story was amazing. I've talked about it like ad nauseum before. But yeah, I'm streaming Final Fantasy 16. It's a lot of story, not a lot of gameplay right now, but hopefully Wade will help me out with that. But anyway, yeah, so back to the slides here. I think the other good game for me this year, I didn't stream this game, but Legend of Zelda Tears from the Kingdom. It's a really tough game in the beginning, but it kind of gets better in the end. I haven't finished it yet, but yeah, dude, as far as like Switch games or just games on the road, like Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom was awesome. You guys don't have Switches, right?
No.
I have like 3 of them.
What?
Yeah, I have like 3 Switches.
Why?
I got the OLED. Yo, this guy's about to run my ass over. I got the OLED. I got the handheld, like the one that you can't hook into the TV, and then I got the one that applies to the TV.
Damn, dude. I mean, you're covered. I mean, like, you're good.
I don't play it anymore, though. That's the crazy part.
Dude, sell them and get a PS5.
I have a PS5.
Fuck, man. Okay, next slide. God damn it. Just shows for me this past year. Like I think of like shows of like, oh man, I cannot wait until next week, or like you're pissed at the ending. You know, when it goes to credits, that's the worst feeling in the world. For sure, The Last of Us was like awesome. I mean, I can't say enough about a show that's not Marvel or DC that not only was great with the overall just genre of people watching shows, the collectibles market like went crazy for it too. I think that's good for the hobby, because it shows that a non big two product can still make you money in hobbies and all that. Jason, did you watch this show?
The Last of Us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you think of it out of 10? Oh, fuck. Here we go.
Like a 6, 7. It was okay.
Okay, I guess I'm weird. Fedora, did you watch the show at all?
So I already know what happens. So like, it's kind of like, it's the same thing with anime. I don't really watch anime. Like me and my friend were watching this show called Pluto, and like I can't get into it because I already read the manga, and I can't get into The Last of Us because I already finished the game.
Read the game, yeah. There's
so
that too. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not emotionally like invested. I like seeing other people enjoy it, you know, like.
See, I played the game like 10 years ago, and I forgot a lot of it, and then I was like, oh, I remember that part. I remember that dude. And I think why I liked it so much was, well, one, I could watch it with my wife, my beautiful, amazing wife. I got married this past year, so that's pretty cool.
Shout out to Ferd's wife. Shout out.
Shout out to the wifey.
Children coming soon.
I mean, we'll see. I'm
do you really want little ones of this running around?
Of what, Jason?
Yo, bro, once you have kids, your collecting hobby is over, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I'll just be getting pictures of smashed slabs being like, look what they did.
Just smash slab. Well, I thought it was cool. I mean, we got to watch it, and like, I don't know, I enjoyed it. I'm, you know, I would say though, there wasn't any other shows that really made me like, oh man, I cannot wait till the next one, except for this one. Monarch Legacy of Monsters. This show came out before the movie came out. We still haven't seen the movie yet, so we'll have to do that one day. Oh, sorry, I'm putting some people in the giveaway. Michael Baker. Another show that's on Apple TV. I just don't waste my time on weak podcasts. Good. I like it. Monarch Legacy of Monsters. Dude, if you just like, you don't even have to like Godzilla. I think there's a lot of a human element in this show, so there's kind of that. I think what separates this show from other shows in general is it goes back in time and then transitions to present time. And other shows do they just lack on the editing part of that, or just the story, or just to have it mesh. I think this does a really good job of meshing the two. Slow Horses is really good too. I think Apple TV just puts out like incredible content for $10 a month. I'm probably going to cancel Netflix. I'm probably going to cancel. I probably won't cancel Netflix. I canceled Disney Plus just because I don't know. I'm not digging it as much anymore. But Apple TV, like the second I think about canceling the show or the app, something else comes up and I watch it, and it's pure gold. From like I get my $10 a month for it. Jason, do you get Apple TV?
Yeah, so I have Apple Music too, so I get a discount, and I have I pay for their additional cloud storage or whatever, so it's all bundled together. So for like $18, I think I get all of that.
What is your thoughts about Apple TV and like this show? Have you watched it?
I haven't watched that yet. No, I haven't actually. I haven't been on my Apple TV in a while. The last thing I watched on there was Platonic, I think. Is that what it was called, or something like that? I don't know. Some Seth Rogen show that was a comedy half-hour thing.
I don't know. There's like they what's cool about Apple TV too is they have concerts that are live, and the way they film it is really cool. They don't have like comedy stuff like Netflix does. I'm totally gonna watch Dave Chappelle tonight and Joe Coy for sure. Hey Fedora, Maxon's got a question for you on Matt Fraction, which Matt Fraction is a writer for Monarch Legacy of Monsters. Just FYI.
Is he? He is?
I don't know. Oh no, he is a writer for the show, but is he writing new comics lately? Yeah.
No, not to my. That would have been a big deal. That I mean I would have known about that, but no, I haven't really seen him do anything.
Yeah,
I know
either.
the biggest celebrity writer that everybody's been talking about was Andy Samberg and Patton Oswalt. Those two are kind of, so yeah, I guess he is still Hollywood.
Oh, my fault. I'm executive producer, but yeah, he's writing the show. And yeah, shout out to Maxine for the knowledge there. Before we no, it's all good. I didn't even know what week it is. But before we get on to the giveaway and the last slide, we're about an hour into this, so Jason, that's good enough time for you to get ready, right? And pretty soon.
Yeah.
Okay. Just want to say again, thank you to everyone. I want to say thanks to the awesome community that I've learned a lot from. I want to say thanks to Fedora for jumping in halfway through the year and being an integral part of the show. Jason, I don't want to thank you.
Making them calls.
No, Jason.
That's why you gotta watch the show.
That's why you gotta watch the rewinds, man. Call us out.
Yeah, watch the rewinds.
Yeah.
Sometimes we get it right, sometimes we don't. But when we get it right, we get it right.
Yeah. And we don't try to make too many calls, man. I mean, like,
no.
Whatever you want to spend your money on, it's all you. We just try to report the news and all that. So, we're information.
If I recommend anything, it's just because it's freaking a good read.
Good stuff. And Jason, like, he's really good, and I'm not as good as Jason at this. Like, he's good at like remembering little small things that make an impact later down the road in stories. Which is, yeah, dude, right there with you, bro. I'm right there with you.
Jason is good at not giving a fuck about whatever anything says. He does it because he likes it.
Yeah.
And that's why you gotta listen, because Jason's not invested in this. He's invested in this because he loves it, and that's why Jason is important.
Yeah.
Me, I just read everything and I see what people are doing. So am I invested? No, I just read. I'm just a reader.
Well, so you got the knowledge, the reader, and the lover.
Whoa! Should that be a new segment in the show? Just kidding. No, man, just really a big thanks to everyone, and we're almost, like Michael Baker was saying, we're almost to 500, which is just crazy to me. I thought we'd be done in 6 months, and whatever. But I love doing the show on Sundays, and giving away good stuff. We'll do a slab giveaway. Once we hit 500, Michael Baker was so generous, just give us that slab. I haven't opened it yet, so we'll see. And Soupy, yeah, I mean, he totally does, dude. He totally does. I got 2 more slides, sorry. So y'all can laugh because, dude, I was one of those guys walking in the movie theater. I was like, fuck, I'm gonna be stuck in this damn movie theater for 2 hours watching Barbie. And there was like 5 other dudes sitting next to me that had the same exact look on their face. This one dude, he was like this, like, just your typical like slick back hair, tattoos, just broy looking guy, right? I'm not calling out Jason at all because he's not that way. But you know what I mean? Like, he had like anyway, he was cracking up more than me during this movie. I don't even think you have to like watch this movie with a chick or whatever. It's just a good movie, man. And I mean, the numbers speak for itself. This is the #1 movie in box office wise of the year.
I hope they don't start off a new fucking trend.
New Barbie movie? I think this is like a one-off, like the writer put all of her just like passion and.
I thought they were trying to create a Mattelverse.
There's no fucking way. What though? There's, oh god. Well, whatever.
They're gonna do the Hot Wheels movie. Yo, that might be good. It'd be like Fast and the Furious, but with Hot Wheels.
I won't be skeptical, but like I'll be skeptical. I don't, but so this is like my favorite movie of the year so far. I haven't seen a ton of movies. I just, for whatever reason, I haven't seen. But yeah, and there's some people that didn't like it. They didn't care for it, which is cool. But I just it makes sense that it was just like the #1 movie of the year box office wise.
I was
It got
when I was at Midtown, when I was at the counter when it had first
Mhm.
come out. These two big jacked muscle guys with tattoos, they looked scary. They came in, and then somebody was talking about Barbie, and then he turns around and he goes, "Did you just say Barbie?" And he's like, "Bro, I love that movie." And I was like, "What? That's crazy." And then we started talking about Barbie.
It's weird.
And then he was like, "Bro, you gotta see it, man. It'll blow you away."
I'm just glad they didn't do like a Barbie comic book like ridiculousness like this whole Taylor Swift shit's going on. Like I think that Taylor Swift 17 copies of like a variant is like stupid. Put her in magazines, like don't put her in comic books. Like that's just like a cash grab. That's not really fair.
Is it true that so like I heard like that they basically came out and said Taylor Swift's playing herself in the movie and she's not playing
That's what I
Dazzler.
heard too. Yeah.
I don't know
like,
if that's
so
official,
dumb.
but I'm just like, how many people are pissed right now? Like,
yeah,
they just went out and spent all that money.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
So Dak, whenever you make a comment, man, it's like very not very many, but very like on, bro. Dak, who I'm just getting to know fairly well on the podcast with our Ronin 5. He comes in every once in a while. I think the reason it was forgotten was
I don't remember when it came out. That's my thing.
It came out.
You were like,
so
"What was your
early
favorite movie of the year?" And I was like,
I know.
What came out this year?" And I was like, "Well, that was the first thing that popped into my head that I truly like loved watching." So
I bring it up all the time. Well, on social media.
Oh, Fedora's like, "What are you guys talking about?" I talk about it all the time. I think that was my number 2 pick for the year. I just want to be a little bit like different because I'm different. Maybe Marvel fatigue, but dude, Max in, dude, that villain should be Kane. They should recast the villain as Kane. If they're gonna roll with Kane, he should be Kane. That guy was like Juilliard-esque as a villain.
My man, Jonathan Majors.
Man, Jonathan Majors, man.
I never liked people look bad.
I never liked Kane. Like this has nothing to do with Jonathan Majors because I liked him as Mr. Timely. I just never liked that as a main focus villain, in my opinion.
Ooh, Kang?
Yeah, I just never.
That was a waste of time. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't even know who Kang was before that movie came out.
I knew him very little, like very, very little. So
everybody was asking me, "Yo, you know who Kang is?" And I'm like, "Damn, I don't know." Like, and I look bad.
Like, you know who Kang is? Did you just say Krang? Yeah, I know who Krang is.
yeah, Krang. Yeah, they should cast Krang as the Marvel villain. That would be tight.
That would be funny.
So in conclusion, I mean, 2023, I think there was just like a very, I wouldn't say like I anticipate this happening, but definitely was a reality check, I think, for flippers, for just speculators, for Marvel in general, and DC. You'll throw DC in there a little bit. I mean, flipping's just dead. FLC is dead. You can't put out a top 10 list every week, and you have to bat 1,000 or even 800 to maybe break even. So I think FLC is dead. The only FLC peeps I trust are Ultra Maximus, who's a little bit of I think once he comes back, I'm gonna try and mention him quite a bit on the channel. But Ultra Maximus does a great just informational like show every couple weeks to just tell you what's coming on FOC and to look out for stuff. Yeah, it's kind of the way to do
Comics.
it. Matrix Comics is the dude that just finds infamous, dark, like Faust, like fucking Crow, all that shit. You guys follow Matrix Comics on Instagram. But FOC wise, yeah, Ultra Maximus is the one dude I really just trust and enjoy his show. You guys should follow him on YouTube. He's trying to grow his channel. I learned this from Fedora this year, man. Fedora or Gen Z does read comics, but they're obsessed with manga. Am I correct?
Yeah. We got a healthy. What Gen Z like? What's the cutoff? Like 96?
Sure, that works.
Okay, so by that, because with the rewards program, this is pretty common information. But when you make a rewards program at Midtown Comics, for every $100 you get $10 off. And in order for us to search you in the system, it goes by birthday. So we do have a lot. We have like a solid Gen Z crowd, but I think most of the a larger portion of the Gen Z readers are in manga, but they are reading, because if 96 is the cutoff date, if that's Gen Z, then we do have a lot of them. Actually, we might have more than you think.
Yeah.
But but they're like, a lot of them are reading just to read, but like hardcore Gen Z collectors, there's not many. There's not many like Gen Z kids that are like running out and buying, I don't know, Wolverine #1 or some shit like that. But they are really The Walking Dead. I had like a kid come in yesterday. He was like 20 or 21, and he was buying Walking Dead back issues and trying to complete it. And I'm like, yo, you ever gonna buy a Walking Dead #1? And he's like, yeah, that's my dream. Probably like when I get a good job, I'll buy it. And then his friend was like, wow, you really buy it? And he's like, yeah, I went like that. That's my dream book. So, Walking Dead #1, like the show last week, you could watch that, play that back again. I have another good friend of mine. He's Gen Z. He's like a really big reader. I'm gonna try and have him on. He's kind of famous. He sings for like a popular band. So I wanted to get him on the show so we could see what he's reading and stuff like that. But Gen Z, they read, but they aren't collectors, if that makes any sense.
But we were never collectors, I think, when we were like Gen Z age. I'm not trying to argue with you. This is a good statement, right? Like, they're reading, that's the thing that we've all been complaining about, right? They're still reading comic books. I think it's just a different, like you're saying, Walking Dead. They're not reading Spider-Man. They're not reading Incredible Hulk. But what I think will happen, because this happens with anybody, they'll start reading the stuff that they like, and then they'll come in and talk to someone like you or like someone like us and be like, oh man, I really like Walking Dead. Oh, if you like Walking Dead, you should read Incredible Hulk's new series. It's very dark. It's very like, I don't know, example, right? And then so it's not like our job or our work to like help them, guide them that way. But I think that's eventually what happens. I think we just have to see as like a community, like, what am I talking about? I think it's just nice to see that Gen Z is still reading comics, but they're not reading the stuff that we have read. And the stuff we're reading right now, honestly, the big two sucks. It's not, I mean, Miles is like okay, and Spider-Boy is like a cool concept. And I'll read it just because like, oh, I just read comic books and I'll just like whatever, but I'm not like, whatever. Discord's great, you guys. Don't work night jobs. It's bad for your health and chemical balance. What's that? Oh, okay.
Don't work 2 jobs.
Don't work 3 jobs. Yeah.
And then you'll be outside all the time. You can't
Fedora doesn't even need a house. The third thing we learned this year: Fedora does read books and doesn't put out an FOC report because that is not a smart thing to do. Example: Beneath the Trees, man. I'm not gonna say he was first to market with this, but out of all this, the people I follow, out of all the shows that I watch, the first time he mentioned it was on our show. And I'm not saying he comes out with that every time, but like,
no, I don't.
I would say for 2023, that was the low spec book of the year. Honestly, like money wise, it was selling for $100 last week, which is crazy. Do not buy that book for $100.
No.
Maybe like 15 to 20. It's gonna come down. Because this is what's gonna happen. They're gonna do like a bunch of second, third, 18 prints of that book.
The second print is already sold out at Midtown Comics.
Oh, see, they'll probably do
second print
third
and the second issue. So, like that was like a book that I read that I thought was like cool. That I thought was neat. And the cover looked crazy, and I was like, oh, this seems really nice. It's like a cute bear dragging a bag of So I was like, okay. But I read mostly everything that comes out, but this is why it's important for the community to read our books and stop being obsessed with like FOC and stop trying to be, I'm first to market with this book. Look at me. We don't really care about subs. Like, we care about subs. We care that people are watching. But
I
we're
100%
not.
care about subs.
Okay, well,
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Well, we care about giving good information and telling people what's good to read, because everybody's obsessed with trying to flip and trying to just just be something that they're not. Once your channel has their own identity, people will trust you. And people will listen to you. You're not trying to be, oh, I got the best FOC in the world. Look what I'm doing here. Well, these are all my detractors. Look at me. Bro, I just hate seeing people put up an FOC list and every single book there is garbage in the inside of the book. And it's like, bro, if you're not telling people what's worth reading, why are they even gonna listen to you? Why? Because you put up a few flim-flam books that you're gonna make $5 off of after Feebay takes everything away. You're gonna put it on your flim-flam Instagram page, and try and beat people over the head. That's not what we're about.
No, man.
So
we're about giving away good. We're about giving away good books, man. We don't actually I sell books on eBay and stuff, and I'll just it is what it is. But I'm not. It's not putting food on the table. It's it's trying to keep this channel going, all that stuff. E2 Comic Ledger, you're catching the last part of the show, but thanks for coming through, man. I appreciate you. Try and watch the rewind. I'll do another giveaway for the rewind if we get 10 comments and 100 plus views. But yeah, man, it's just been a fun year. Last but not least, Jason, this picture made me think of you, the Heartless Man. It's an animated show. Because you lack a heart. That's just kind of how you are. You're like one of the worst people I know.
Chainsaw Man.
You're gonna come in with a chainsaw.
Got that demon in the chest where my heart used to be.
Yo, you should pick up the first appearance of Chainsaw Man, Jason.
Yeah, I know. Oh, I saw something that they're expanding the universe or making a movie or something like that based off of it.
I don't. You should, if you like Chainsaw Man, read Fire Punch.
Oh, okay.
I've got like a laundry list of all these like anime that I need to make my way through.
There's no anime for Fire Punch.
No,
it's just a manga. Yeah, I don't ever see that getting an anime. It's just too crazy. But it's from the creator of Chainsaw Man.
Oh.
But that one is it's
comment of the year.
Oh yeah, Fedora order cutoff.
So real quick before I do the giveaway, we almost had 20. We had 20 live at one point. That's awesome, man. That means a lot to I think all of us.
Yeah, 20. Woo. Yo,
20. We're almost at
5 more. 5 more. I will give away that manga key that I was supposed to give away last week. I will give it away.
We can try to give away next week if we can't get it, but it's all good. Didn't like the idea of telling people it's worth reading. Why do people need to be told? Mojo, I think it's more.
Highlight that comment. I want to read it.
I think it's. For me, I think it's more of like I just asked Jason like, "Hey, what are you reading this week?" Or like Fedora, "What are you reading this week?" Mojo, I'll put you in there. Mojo, wait. But yeah, I'm just giving away Slab today. It's a. I'm not gonna say what Slab it is, but it's a 9.6. I know everyone hates 9.6. I'll throw some books in there too. But yeah, I just want to say thanks to everyone for liking the show, subscribing. The more subscribers, the more likes and more views we get, the better the giveaways are gonna be. And then yeah, just join the Discord, man. We're in there. I try and do stuff. Yeah, Saga, man. Cave drawings. Yeah, I got you. Cave drawings.
So to touch on Mojo's comment, I think telling people what's worth reading at this time and our economy, I think it's important because comics are hella expensive now. And I think knowing what's worth reading would save the community a lot of money.
It would keep people reading, right? Because I know a lot of people are like, "Fuck this! I'm done like these stupid first appearances and paying $20 for this stupid book that someone suggested. Like I'm out, And that's just FOMO, And
we lost a lot of readers during the pandemic because of that.
Yeah,
because they got burned on.
Spidey guy, I got you, Doc. Spidey guy. But yeah, I think it's just like people come up to me, Jason, and say like, "Hey man, like, do you think I should buy this book? Is it worth $20?" I'm like, no, because it's you're gonna unless you want to read it right away, or you can wait 3 months and buy digital. You know what I mean? So like, if you're really wanting to like read it or wondering the value of it because you want to know about the guts, just buy digital. $350, $4.99. And then if you really are like, oh man, I want to put that on my wall, because I think that's what we've come to now is like, okay, I want that book, but do I really want the book because of everyone else talking about it, or do I want the book because I read the book and I really liked it? I don't have a physical copy. I think that's kind of the thing. I napped out there for a second, just woke up and saw the wheel spinning around. Okay, cool. Anyway, I know Jason's got to go. I just wanted to say, Blade Builder Mike. All right, Blade Builder Mike. But yeah, man, we're gonna try and keep this, keep the show going.
Remember when comics were like $1.25?
I don't. That's how long. Remember when gas was like 65 cents? Anyway,
dude, when I started driving, it was I could fill up my whole tank for $14.
Oh god, those are the days. But yeah, yeah. So I think that's just the point of our show. I mean, like, really, and like, yeah, again, the community, man, let us know what you guys want. I know a lot of times I'll text these two dudes. I'll be like, dude, what should we talk about this week? And I'm like, I don't know. And I'll be like, shit, okay. And but I want to know what the community wants too. I do a show as well on finance. Let's see, I'll highlight real quick. I do it with my good friend Brad. If you guys don't know, I'm a mortgage broker full time, and we talk about investing, finance, real estate, all that good stuff. So we do shows every Wednesday, other Wednesday. But yeah, come out. We may do giveaways for this show too, but just want to help people out with the other end of their wallet. So yeah, come out and join us sometime. It's good stuff, and just catch the rewinds. I'm always trying to keep up to date on the market and stuff. So what's up, Trev? Hey, Trev, I'm gonna put you in the giveaway, man, because and yeah, soupies, man. Jesus Christ, like seriously, it's horrible. Trev. All right, without further ado, I'm gonna get this going. Thanks again to everyone for coming through. Catch Trev, the shipping guru, later today. He will be on tonight. So yeah. And yeah, man, we're having a lot of fun trying to help people with their investments and how to save money and make money. All right. Thanks again, everyone. Good luck. And my man Cave Drawings, you are the winner of the slab giveaway. Brings us the 30th anniversary of the anime. Cool. That'll be fun. I'm down for that. Cave Drawings, hit me up on Instagram. I don't know if I have your address anymore, but just hit me up on Instagram. I'll send that slab along with a couple other stuff. Some old FOC stuff that I have multiple copies of and I don't do anymore. But before we go, Fedora, any closing comments?
If anybody's interested in reading manga, maybe we could do like a show of like, I don't know, like top 5 mangas to read, and I'll just take 10 minutes out of the show to talk about that. Maybe, highlight some first appearances from the weekly shonen, things like that. Because I know we used to do it a long time ago, but I feel like now our following has grown, so maybe we could, kind of put that information out there again. Not like rehashing. Not that we're running out of ideas, but I think that's a lot of information that older viewers might have missed. So if you guys are interested in that, we could bring back some of the new heat. Because I saw some people in the Discord. One person bought the first appearance of Yu Yu Hakusho on the Weekly Shonen. So I think I might have mentioned that. I'm talking about like several months back. So maybe we could break out some of the older slides and give that information to some of the newer viewers because our community is growing a little bit. So
cool. All right, I like it, man. Yeah, we'll try and bust out we did a show, Ronin 5 show on Friday, but yeah, I think we'll probably do like maybe once a month show. If we got time I got to respect Fedora's time too. But I'm pretty open to that for sure, man. And Pickels, man, Jason, it's been great. It's great having you on the show this past year. Any closing thoughts for you?
No, just keep reading what you like, man. If anybody ever needs recommendations, they're more than welcome to reach out.
And the other thing too, when we hit 500 subscribers, you said you were going to get one of the subs like name on your neck, right?
Yeah.
Like, right?
At a random. Let's throw 500 people on a wheel.
Or like, are you going to get no regrets on your chest?
Yeah.
That fucking movie?
No regrets.
Yeah, no regrets. I just want to say closing thoughts. I mean, I hope everyone gets value from the show. I think that's our ultimate goal at the end, of every show, to get value. Whether you need a new suggestion on what we're reading, or man, what's the market looking like for that specific book that I'm looking for? We had a really great 2024. I'll say it again. But yeah, like Trev says, hit that like button, tell your friends to subscribe, and we will see you next year.
Follow me on Instagram at Fedora Kong. I don't post comic book stuff, so if you ever want to talk comics, just reach out to me. Reach out. I will give you the information. I made a few friends off this channel, so thanks so much for plugging me into the community.
Yeah.
But also, I'm always available. I'm not one of those Hollywood people that don't be replying.
He is.
I'm not. I reply to every message.
Oh, and I got one more message before I'm gonna run the thing, because we need to get going. If you're ever in New York, and hit up Fedora, go to your local grill spot and do it the Aki way. Have a good 2023.
Do not.